won't you sail with me out on the rolling sea? We'll find some place to go, maybe down to Barbados. It's an island off somewhere in the middle of nowhere, sailing to freedom, you and me.
Plucky, my dear pirate sailor of the seas, back in our corner of civilization already?
Aye, Bart, survived another grueling border shuffle. Hardly worth the ink my visa stamps printed on. Found some nice museums, though.
Well, friend, the intrigue of your sailing tales never dulls. Where will you end up next?
Oh, looking for a new place big time, mate. As said, it's moving. It's all moving. Can't afford the fancy high-rises, though.
Is this market your new headquarters? You sure won't run out of fresh food. I hope you find your place soon, mate.
It's all good, my friend. Things are moving on at least. On and upwards we go. Nothing but quality, sailing into freedom.
This is where the boat will soon be located for final completion. Ho! About bloody time. It's about 20 kilometres south-southwest of Saigon Airport. The area is huge, spanning across the main road and conveniently located right along the river. So now I have to find a place to stay that is reasonably close by. And this, I have found out, is going to be quite tricky. Here is the Saigon district map. The factory is south, way down here, somewhere to the south of District 8. I don't even have a name of this area that I'm trying to find a place to live in, people. How do I describe it? And the factory is also on this side of the river, which is a bit of a biatch, apparently, as I soon found out. The area has lots of farms, and as I soon found out, very few places to rent. And when I say very few, I mean none, people. Well, none in the first couple of days of looking. There are places to rent in massive high-rise apartments, here, and, there. But these are very far away and a hefty bike ride to and from the factory. But does sailing into freedom give up? Oh, no. Well, possibly. No, people, that was a joke. All right, so I got dropped off. This is the area where the factory is. The factory is about 2 kilometres that way. And I'm just wandering around the roads and using Google Translate and talking with the locals. I'm trying to find a granny flat or a garage that I can live in. People aren't quite getting it. Oh, I should point out that I don't think they have granny flats in Australia or in America. I think they put the granny out back. Here, the grandma actually lives in the house. So anyway, let's just keep looking. There's a couple of shrines around here. Maybe I could live under there, string up a hammock. Something like that, with a shed. Gee, there's some really nice places around here. Hello. Hello. What I really wanted was a shed. But you're probably saying to me, Blakey, why don't you just go to a real estate agent? Well, I've already done that. I've sent all the emails out and messages. But they're all trying to push me into going to these big high-rises because it's more money. It's up to 18 million Vietnam dong per month. And that's where they get the bigger money. They don't want to sell some shed out here that's going to cost very little. So I can understand it. So I'm not having much luck there. Plus, all of these high-rise buildings are about 14, 15 kilometres away, which is not much of a bike ride, but still, I'd rather the factory be close by, Just sort of makes sense. And I kind of like the peace. I mean, can you imagine me living in a high-rise? It'd be crazy. No! I I don't understand this at all. This piece of furniture makes things cold, pretty pointless, and this piece of furniture makes things hot. Oh, come on, people. What do I need this rubbish for? I'm not sure if you picked up on my subtle audible cues, people, but I'm not a fan of big city living with 5,000 people living in my back pocket. Oh, and one more thing. Okay, I've started to get desperate. That's a hotel. There's a couple other hotels in town. I was thinking maybe they've got a large room with a kitchen. That's not ideal. That's a dead end. But just check out here. This is what I was looking at. I'm just going to go door knock along here, and hopefully there's, I don't know, a landlord downstairs or one of these tenants of these little shops will be able to tell me if I can rent one of these places. Okay, so this is perfect. Now I was just talking to one guy just up in here. I haven't been interviewing them, people, because it's just too hard with Google Translate, and I think I'm a bit embarrassed, but I was just talking to this guy up here, and he said when they rent, if they're doing it privately, they'll hang a sign out, basically a for rent or for lease sign, which is Cho Tui. So I've been looking around, and I'm just going to go down this street. There's a whole collection of streets, probably about, I don't know, well, I'll find out when I go suss it out. But all of these houses are perfect, and I'm actually close to the factory too. The factory's only just over there. Well, there's no Cho Tui signs, so it's not so good. But we persist. I should point out, I'm going to get dumped on in a bit. I'm in my 5th hour. I haven't been walking for 5 hours. I hung out 50,000 dong, which is about $2. And a local picked me up from the other side where I was walking before. And now I'm a bit close to the factory. These are nicer places, and it's more like houses. Certainly with downstairs where I can store all my gear. But literally, you go a little further and you're right back in the middle of farmland again. I'm starting to get a bit worried about my chances of finding a home there, good people. But about 1 kilometre later, I came upon another village main road. Okay, so I've made it out on the main road, or like a village road. See, this is what I'm talking about. Between the shops, something like, there's got to be something. I mean, there's got to be some vacancy, but look, everyone's very polite and friendly, but there's nothing available. Everyone's just so friendly, people. This guy over here, he gave me a website, and it's a website where landlords advertise their houses, and I've just sussed through that. Well, he's actually helped me, and there's a place just over there. It's a bit further away from the factory, and I've drafted something up, but it's available very soon, like in a week and a half. So, I mean, it's small. I don't know what it looks like. I mean, there's a few pictures, but I mean, it looks like a shed. I mean, definitely looks like a shed, but what do I need, people? Sailing to freedom. Stay tuned for next week's episode to see if the landlord accepts me as a tenant. Apparently they don't like to sign up foreigners, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way around that. I managed to check the place out, and what can I say? There are 3 rats, 2 warring colonies of cockroaches, and because I literally live on an island in the middle of an old rice paddy, I have about 1 billion mosquitoes. Whoa, baby! I cannot wait. All coming up next week on Sailing into Boredom!